There are some professions you wouldn't expect to lead to infamy. Doctors, teachers, postal workers. These jobs come with a certain amount of trust, not a lot of money. You don't usually associate them with the potential for global chaos. But one profession sits at the intersection of money and power, and that makes it dangerous. Accountants have access to the lifeblood of economies, the flow of cash. They know where the money is coming from, where it's going, and how much there really is of it. That knowledge gives them a unique kind of power. This is the story of one man who abused that power. His name is not important. His face is not important. What is important is what he did. He was an accountant. Not the chief financial officer of a Fortune 500 company, mind you, but just an accountant. He wasn't a billionaire. He wasn't even a CEO. He wasn't a banker. He was an accountant. An ordinary figure in a gray suit. The kind of person most people ignored. The kind of person no one suspected. And yet, for years, he fooled the most powerful financial system in the world. With nothing but numbers on a page, he built an empire of lies. Accounting is supposed to be boring. It's about balance sheets, audits, and endless numbers. It's about order, discipline, trust, because when billions of dollars are at stake, the numbers have to be right. And for decades, Wall Street trusted accountants to keep the game fair. But one man discovered something extraordinary. If you control the numbers, you control everything. It started small. Just a few percentage points here, a few hundred pages there, a shifted decimal, a hidden expense. No one noticed, no one cared. But those small adjustments grew into something larger. Losses became profits, debt became assets. Failure became success. On paper it looked perfect, and Wall Street believed it. The accountant's company was celebrated as a financial miracle. Profits skyrocketed. The stock price soared. Investors lined up to buy in. Magazines praised the leadership. Analysts said it was unstoppable. Banks poured in billions. And at the heart of it all, beat a lie. The numbers were fake. The profits were illusions. The empire existed only in spreadsheets. But the world believed it. To keep the illusion alive, the accountant had to grow bolder. He created shell companies, fake invoices, off-the-books entities. When regulators came calling, the numbers still added up. Audits were passed, reports looked clean. Because in the end, numbers can be manipulated. And when the right accountant is holding the pen, lies can look like truth. For years, it worked. The company expanded, executives became rich, and the accountant remained invisible. He wasn't on magazine covers, he wasn't giving interviews. He didn't need to be seen. The numbers were his kingdom. He was the puppet master of Wall Street. But eventually, though cracks began to appear, whistleblowers noticed the inconsistencies, journalists began asking questions, and investigators started to dig. At first, no one believed them. How could one accountant fool an entire system? But slowly, the truth emerged. Profits were fake. Assets didn't exist. Debt had been buried in hidden corners. The miracle was a mirage. When the truth finally broke, the collapse was instant. Billions of dollars evaporated. Investors were ruined. Employees lost everything. The accountant who had once controlled Wall Street's trust was now exposed as its greatest deceiver. And the empire he built on numbers came crashing down. In the end, he was caught. The empire collapsed. And the accountant who had fooled the world became a symbol of how fragile the system really is. Sometimes the most dangerous man on Wall Street isn't the CEO in the spotlight, it's the accountant in the shadows. Because while CEOs grab the headlines, it's the accountants who control the numbers. They're the gatekeepers of the financial system. We trust them to keep the game fair. But what if the game isn't fair? What if the numbers aren't real? That's where the real power lies. In the hands of the quietest people in the room. The ones who don't want power. Those who just want to play the game better than anyone else. Those who understand that in the world of finance, it's not the loudest voice that wins, it's the best story. And the best story is always the one that's carefully written, line by line, number by number, by someone who doesn't want to be found, someone who just wants to be trusted.